All right, before I get going, given the current state of things with the internet these days, concerns over privacy, over control that people have over their own information, I just want to say this. Everything I'm about to say is off the record. Greetings, my name is Chris Morris. I'm the Director of Engineering for Mystery Science, not Theater 3000. We make awesome science videos and activities for elementary age kids. If you want to come help save the next generation's brains, come join us. 5 years ago, on this very spot in Portland, Oregon, I gave a lightning talk on imposter syndrome called Technical Intimidation. I've returned today, 5 years in the future, to talk about something completely different. This is my profile on GitHub. I'm not showing this to you to brag about the huge number of repos I've forked and never done anything with, nor is it to share my joy over it being the only online service where I've been able to obtain my preferred username without having to resort to creativity, like this, or in the worst case, that one, but to pay tribute to Why the Lucky Stiff for my avatar of a cartoon fox that he drew and I might be in copyright violation of. 7.5 years ago, on the internet, my friend Glenn Vanderberg started this site, whyday.org, which today has clearly been taken over by a very lonely German who's into sports betting on goats and bingo. Now, 5.5 years ago, not on this very spot, at RubyConf, a wonderful documentary on why by Kevin Triplett was shown, but we don't even have time to talk about it. This is a lightning talk. So we'll skip to the part of the book that Y wrote about Ruby, where cartoon foxes showed up and started saying chunky bacon. So, who's into conspiracies? Fools, don't raise your hand. That's what they want you to do. If we translate chunky bacon into German and then back into English, we got our first clue, lumpy bacon. If we translate that into a Y language, Yiddish for example, and then back, we get lippy bacon. Now, I have no idea what that is, but look below it. Did I mean lipsy bacon? Hell yes, I meant lipsy bacon. With a search on that, and then an obvious connection through Ralph Lauren, we find a rare thing on the internet, a penta-Google-whack. But not only that, a 5-part term penta-Google-whack, a meta-penta-Google-whack. And we only have to scroll down on this page to see who is sponsoring this insanity. That's right, Stitch Fix. A sponsor of this very conference. And we know what this means, because Stitch Fix has no anagrams, none. I mean, for crying out loud, my own name has 43, including such obvious ones as Mr. Cirrhosis, though that does give me another username option. How does Stitch Fix have 0? That makes it an anagram prime, a primagram, which obviously means I've started a cryptocurrency based on websites with primogram domain names. Pizza.com is the only other one I've found so far. But if you'll join me in the hall after this, you can get in on the ground floor. Now, thanks to my previous presenter, we have and know what this acronym means in our community. So it means Matt's is nice, so we are nice. Now, admittedly, kind of, except for me, I'm a little bit of a jerk, but it's okay, I have imposter syndrome, so I'm not really a jerk. If Matz is the father of our community, Y is clearly the guy who crashed your kid's bar mitzvah, but brought along his DJ gear and saved your chunky bacon after you showed up with a dead iPod and left the charging cable back in Jersey. We owe Y more than a site that's been devoured by lonely, gambling-addicted Germans. 7 years ago, this very day, if today were August 19th, I created a special term in honor of Y Day. Now, like any good conspiracy, I've lied to you. I've tricked you. I told you Stitch Fix has no anagram, but clearly that's a number 1 up there, right, programmers? But there is a term that has no anagrams because it's pure nonsense. And like any good developer, I registered that nonsense as a domain, and today I'm unveiling wicswac.org. What kind of bacon did the foxes want? Chunky. What is special about chunky? It's thick, it's luxurious, it's generous. So ask yourself, what would Y do? Like anyone could even know that. You do you. Nobody wants skimpy bacon. Be generous and be chunky. Thank you very much.